Stop. Don't scroll. Don't look away. This isn't just another message passing through your screen. This moment right here is precise, timed, meant for you in a way you may not fully understand yet, because something inside you has been asking questions, quietly, repeatedly, relentlessly. Is there more? Am I meant for something bigger? Why does it feel like I'm holding back? That voice isn't random. That restlessness isn't a flaw, it's a signal. You didn't land here by accident. You're here because a part of you is ready to wake up. Right now. Not tomorrow. Not someday when things are easier. Now, take a second and really feel that. Your life as it stands is not fixed. It's not locked. It's not some rigid script written by someone else. It is fluid, responsive, shaped moment by something most people ignore. Your thoughts. Not the surface level ones you casually notice, but the deeper ones, the repeated ones, the ones you believe without questioning. Those are the ones building your reality. Every single day, whether you realize it or not, you are sending instructions, quiet commands, signals that shape how you see the world, how the world responds to you, and what opportunities show up or don't. And here's the part most people never fully accept. You are not just reacting to life, you are participating in its creation. Let that sink in. Because if your thoughts are creating patterns, then your patterns are creating outcomes. And if your outcomes don't match the life you want, the problem isn't out there. It's in the script running inside you. But here's the good news. Scripts can be rewritten. Right now, you might be carrying beliefs you didn't choose. I'm not ready. I'm not good enough. People like me don't succeed. What if I fail? These aren't facts. They're stories, repeated so often they feel real. But they are still stories, and stories can change. The moment you question them, they lose power. The moment you replace them, they lose control. So ask yourself honestly, what kind of life have your current thoughts been building? A life of hesitation, of second guessing, of waiting for permission, or a life of movement, clarity, confidence? Because you cannot think one way and expect a completely different result. That disconnect is where frustration lives. You say you want growth, but think in fear. You say you want success, but expect failure. You say you want change, but repeat the same mental patterns. It doesn't work like that. Alignment is everything. Your thoughts must match the life you're trying to create. So shift them, not all at once, not perfectly, but intentionally. Instead of asking, what if this goes wrong? Ask, what if this works better than I imagined? Instead of thinking, I can't handle this, try, I'll figure it out. Instead of saying, I'm stuck, say I'm in transition. These aren't just nice phrases. They are directional changes. And direction matters more than speed. Because once you start moving in the right direction mentally, everything begins to reorganize. Your focus sharpens, your decisions improve, your energy changes. And people notice that energy even if they can't explain it. Opportunities start to feel different. What once seemed impossible starts to feel possible, not easy, but reachable. That's the shift, and it starts inside. Understand this clearly. Your external world mirrors your internal state. If your mind is filled with doubt, you will see obstacles everywhere. If your mind is focused on growth, you will see openings. Same world, different lens. So, the real question isn't, what's happening to me? It's what am I feeding my mind? Because what you feed grows. Fear grows when you focus on it. Confidence grows when you practice it. Clarity grows when you seek it. You don't need to control everything around you. You need to take control of what's within you. That's where your real power is. And most people never fully use it. They wait. They hesitate. They hope something external will change first. But you don't have to wait. You can decide right now to take ownership of your thoughts, ownership of your reactions, ownership of your direction. And the moment you do that, something shifts. It might not be loud, it might not be dramatic, but it will be real. You'll feel it in how you carry yourself, in how you respond instead of react, in how you stop shrinking and start stepping forward. Because confidence isn't something you find, it's something you build, thought by thought, choice by choice, action by action. And yes, it will feel uncomfortable at times. Growth always does. But discomfort is not a warning sign that you're failing. It's a signal that you're expanding. Think about that. Every time you've grown in life, it required stepping into something unfamiliar, something uncertain, something that stretched you. This is no different. The version of you that has the life you want, they think differently, they move differently. They don't wait for perfect conditions, they create momentum. And that version of you is not separate, it's not distant. It's already within you, just waiting for you to align with it. So what would that version of you do right now? Would they stay stuck in doubt? Or take one small step forward? Would they replay old fears? Or focus on new possibilities? Would they hesitate? Or act even if it's imperfect? You already know the answer, now it's about choosing it. Because transformation doesn't happen in one giant leap. It happens in small, consistent shifts. A better thought, a better decision, a better action, repeated daily. That's how change compounds. And over time, those small shifts create massive differences in your confidence, in your results, in your life. But it starts here, with awareness, with intention, with a decision. You don't need permission. You don't need validation. You don't need everything figured out. You just need to begin. And beginning doesn't mean everything changes overnight. It means you stop going on autopilot. You stop letting old patterns run your life. You start choosing consciously. That's power, real power. Not control over everything, but control over yourself, your mindset, your focus, your direction. And when you master that, everything else starts to fall into place. Not perfectly, but progressively. And progress is what matters, because every step forward builds momentum. Every moment of awareness builds clarity. Every intentional thought builds a new foundation. So don't underestimate this moment. Don't brush it off as just another video or just another message. If something inside you is resonating right now, pay attention to that. That's your signal, your cue, your invitation to step into something more. More awareness, more control, more growth. Because the truth is, you are far more capable than you've been allowing yourself to believe, far more resilient, far more adaptable, far more powerful. But power unused feels like limitation, and that's where most people stay. Not because they have to, but because they never fully claim what's already theirs. You don't have to be one of them. You can choose differently. Starting now, so take a breath. Focus, and decide what kind of life are you going to create from this point forward. Because it is a creation, not an accident, not luck, not chance, creation. And you are the one behind it. Every thought you choose, every belief you reinforce, every action you take. It all matters, it all builds, it all shapes what comes next. So choose with intention, think with purpose, act with direction, and watch what happens. Because once you truly understand this, once you stop seeing yourself as passive and start seeing yourself as a creator, everything changes, not instantly, but inevitably. And that's the kind of change that lasts. That's the kind of change that transforms not just what you do, but who you become. So again, this moment is not random. You are not here by accident, and you are not without power. You are at a starting point, a shift point, a decision point. And what you do next, that's what defines everything. So choose wisely, choose consciously, choose boldly. Because right now, whether you realize it or not, you are already creating what comes next.